Hi everyone, this is Cody Smith. Welcome to my channel, Cody Smith, Pure Support with Christ. Today I just want to talk a bit about how this is going to go from now on because I'm working on chapter 11 and I've started talking about how after I've had my neck surgeries due to my neck injury that I started working with my mom kind of in a receptionist position, administrative assistant position at her clinic. And the thing is, I did that for a while. I did that for roughly 5, 6 years. And then I began to look into starting my own businesses, creating adaptive equipment for people with disabilities because I always knew I wanted to help people with disabilities. And the thing that really irritated me was that, you know, I have what I need and I have good health insurance through my parents, but that doesn't mean that every person in the world with a disability does. And I felt like it was unfair that we're not all getting what we need because of these, whatever we need, these tools, this equipment, whatever it may be, is the difference between having our independence and freedom and being, you know, completely consumed by our disabilities and completely reliant on everyone else in our lives who don't have a disability. I felt like that right there automatically means you should be able to get it, and price should not be the reason that you can't. And, that's what I noticed even in college. That's the main reason I went to college to study healthcare administration, which is business administration with a focus on healthcare, because I knew like the two main obstacles for getting the things that we need for people with disabilities are, it's either you can't find it or you you think it's out of your price range, like it's too expensive. And I wanted to be the one to take those problems away where it's like, hey guys, I'm right here. I have what you need and here it is. It's inexpensive and it's literally right here next door where you can just come in and get it. That's what I was hoping to do, and I really want to help people with disabilities be able to do things like that, whether it's I help, you know, them find it, I help them, I get them involved with people that make it and get it at a less expensive price. And I also want to be, in terms of peer support, I want to be somebody that people with disabilities can talk to and can help them make their own plans for what they want to do with their lives and figure it out for themselves and give them the resources, whether it be the startup capital or whatever it may be, to, start their own businesses, their own careers, get the proper training for what they want to do because every human being on the face of the earth deserves to live a happy, fulfilling life and deserves to be able to do what they want to because we all deserve, to be treated as equals. We all deserve to live the life that we desire, even if it may take us a little extra time to get to that point, or we may have to, you know, kind of maneuver around the restraints that our disabilities place on us, because no matter who you are, there's always going to be some obstacle in your life holding you back, and you're going to have to find a way around it. It doesn't matter if you have a disability or not, you're poor, you're rich, doesn't matter. None of those things matter. You're always going to have something standing in your way that you're going to have to work through, work around, whatever it may be. And that's what I want to do for people with disabilities to start off with, but possibly for anybody really. And I just want us to all be able to live the lives that we want because we only get one life on earth and we don't want to just sit there and watch it literally flash by and we don't do anything. So, you know, where you know where it's we've been alive but we haven't actually lived. We don't want that. No one wants that. So that's what I'm trying to do is figure out how I can help people make plans as to how they want to live their lives and how they plan to get to that point where they can be self reliant, self sufficient, and not have to rely on anyone else to take care of them, especially people with disabilities. Because I feel like we're an overlooked and underserved community when it comes to these kinds of things. Because from what I've learned, peer support is mainly focused on like people who are recovering alcoholics, recovering drug addicts, people transitioning out of prison back into regular society. And, that's why I want to focus more on people with disabilities because I'm part of the community of people with disabilities. And again, I feel like we're overlooked and underserved. And I want us to be able to figure out okay, this is my life. What do I want to do with it? And how do I get what do I have to do to get to that point of being able to do what I want to do? Like what are the traditional steps? And then based on that, how do I adapt this process in a way that works for me where I can do it myself? And if I'm going to build a team around me to assist me and help me out, who do I need and what do I need each person to do? What position on the team do I need to place them in? And what task do I need to give them to where they can help me the best, help me the most, and those sorts of things. That's what I really want to help people with disabilities do so that they can gain their independence and freedom. Whether it's they start their own business, they work for someone else, whatever it is they want to do. To me, they can do anything they want, but, I just want to be able to help them fulfill their goals and ambitions so that they can live a fulfilling life and actually enjoy it while they have it. That's what matters to me. And I welcome everyone to leave comments and ask questions and engage in conversation with me on this topic. And I also would like to invite everyone to tell me is there something you would like me to add to my book, a question you would like me to answer, or anything you would like me to go into more detail on. And again, I ask you to please take the time to get to know someone before judging them, whether it be someone with a disability or really anyone, because we're all equally human. We all have lives, we all have stories, and we shouldn't judge each other. We should be getting to know each other because we may have our preconceived notions, but before we jump on them, we should get to know this person and see are my preconceived notions right or wrong, and if they're wrong, what is the truth? So that's what I would like to see everyone do, and I'm going to try to do myself. Thanks, everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Bye.